Yo, what's good? You're listening to Everyday Superpower, the place where we talk body language, we talk verbal communication, we talk interpersonal dynamics game, everything in between, alright? So, we've got two links in the description of this video. One of them will take you to the Dictionary of Body Language. It's a playlist I've compiled of my own material as to where you'll be able to read people purely through observing their subconscious behaviours. Second to that is a link to the Patreon where you will watch me observe people on their first time real dates. We'll talk about the attraction and repulsion cues that manifest. You'll internalize it and you'll never forget that information. It's potent, okay? Let's get talking, right? Where do we start? I want to talk to you, my man, about having some degree of substance, about developing a life worth living, developing a story worth telling, because I'm not a woman. And I get bored as hell talking to men who aren't doing anything, man. So it's in the realms of attraction, it's in the realms of going out and dating, it's in the realms of having some degree of substance, some degree of depth, alright? Because when a woman susses you out, the game's over, it's boring, alright? It's game over. You need to have some degree of mystery, you need to have some degree of ambiguity, you need to have some degree of depth and darkness as to which continuously entices that woman. Why the hell not? All right, these are how cult leaders are made. These are how celebrities are made. These are how artists gain popularity, notoriety. These are how politicians and kings and queens rule for millennia. Yes, you need to have some degree of depth as to where people don't know you inside and out, because once they do so, what more of you is there? You know? So man, I am telling you, if you are of a mature age, yeah, I'm not speaking to the teenagers, but I am at the same time, but I understand it more so if you're a teenager. And if anything, you teenagers have got more of a life, more of an excitement going on than the grown men who fall within the trap of societal norm. You do not want to go to work, do your work, go home, turn the telly on. You do not want to go to work, go home, put the video games on, go to sleep, go to work. What are you going to talk about? What food you've had? What are you going to talk about? What you watched on telly? The man you saw living his dream on the television screen? You do not want to be this person. I am telling you right now that you do not want to be in a position as to where you have had nothing new to say of value, of excitement, of adventure, of risk taking, of danger, external to the status quo in 5 years. Bruh, and like I said, I started off this video by saying, I'm not a girl, but I can see it in this particular manner. Bro, I've been around a couple of people through my life, believe me. And I've known them for the best part of a few years, yeah? Initially, you learn the ins and outs of their lives, what they've done. Okay, boom. Year on down the line, they've lived that repetitious pattern of doing naff all, that they have got nothing else to say. They have got nothing else to give. They have developed no momentum. They have created nothing. They have established nothing. And it just becomes a drain to be about them. Because what good is it to me to still be around you? Let alone if you were a female in a relationship with this drain, with this bogus, boring individual. What do you have to offer? You definitely have nothing more to offer. If I'm in a relationship with you and you've done nothing in 1 year, imagine where you're going to be in 5 years' time. I don't want to know about the television programs you've watched. I want to know about what you've built, what you've created, the trouble you've got into, the victories you've had, the failures you've had, the ideas you've got, the ideas as to which you are putting into action. Your entrepreneurial mind. What books have you been reading? How are you putting them into play? How are you taking action? How are you becoming a somebody? How have you developed fathoms of information as to which the others haven't? What's your niche knowledge as to which actually benefits you? How can you provide for me? How can you provide for our children? How can you put a smile on my face? How can you make my heart flutter? How can you make my soul sing? You can't because you're basic, man. Do something. Have a sleepless night working something out. By default, that sleepless night is tenfold the normal person is going to do. By default, you've put yourself ahead of them. Now you've got substance. Now you've got character. Now you're taking the path least taken. Okay? Oh, the obstacle is the way. Make something of yourself. You know what you want to be. Consciously speaking, you might not, but you have purpose, you have value, you're an individual of your own mind, you excel in your own ways. Work it out. What did you like when you were a child? What did you feel was fun, exciting when you were a child? What did you love to do? Does that still exist within you? Is that you? Where do you find success? What are you interested in? Garner an intellect of niche and important and applicable information as to which applies not only to your purpose, fulfilling your desires, your soul, your spirit, your everything. And when you engage with a woman in regards to just the tip of that iceberg, she will see an excitement, she will see life in you, she will see life in your eyes. Bro, I don't deal with many men nowadays. I got the tightest circle going of people I know I can trust, or at least up until this point, I can trust. They've proven their trust for years on end. Well done, you're literally my friend, because nobody else is, right? Through these years, I've spoken to men, I've caught up with them. What you've been up to are the same old. What do you mean the same old? What do you mean? Same old path, same old crap, same old withering away as the time takes your life away from you. Come on, have some substance, have some direction, have some momentum. Does it sound like I'm ranting? Yes. But if me as your fellow man can't respect you, how's that woman gonna respect you? And this comes down, you know, there's levels to this. There's levels to this. I found people who are so privileged and have such a safe space and always have something to fall back on. They get complacent and they don't acknowledge that they actually have to have some degree of character because they feel like life is comfortable enough. And guess what? They get depressed. They develop mental health issues. They become insecure. Even though they've got everything there for them already, they lose their sense of self because they are not who they want to be, because there is no necessity to establish something. All women want is people with money and people with fame and all this and that. Yeah, most definite. But do you know what's most important? If that fame and that finance was established through their own desire, ambition, drive, and everything in between. At this point in my life, I come from nothing, right? I come from nothing. At this point in my life, I'm around people with money. And I'll speak to women with money. And I'll say, what is it you're interested in regards to men, right? And I swear to God, they tell me ambition. I say that. I say, what is it you're into? They say ambition. If that man doesn't have anything, that does not matter. As long as he has the drive and the ambition, and that comes from the woman's mouth. I swear to you. I swear to God. These are women who have got everything, have been born into this space regardless, and are looking and perceiving at men who might not necessarily have anything, but still tell me that the most important thing that they look for in a man is the fact they have ambition. These are what you may consider higher value women, right? They can provide more than the general man can, okay? It's hypergamy's worst nightmare if you perceive it in that way. You need to have an incredible high standard to pull these women, and they say ambition. It does not matter where he derives from. It does not matter where he's at, where he's going. If I can see momentum establishing in his day-to-day, as long as I can believe through his own energy that he has something to provide, somewhere to go, some story to tell, he's investing within oneself in an actually beneficial matter, then that's what I want from a man. That's a man. That's a man that's not a escapist who has to go home in his day to day and escape through entertainment, escape through media, sit on his phone day by day because he's comfortable, he's complacent, he's boring. He got naught to tell, he's going to die with nothing to say. He's already got 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year of repetition under his belt where he's done nothing, achieved nothing, got nothing more to say. He's only going to be on his deathbed with 50 years of nothing to say. Oh, I remember those days in high school with my best friend in high school when we got up to no good. And then I got a job and then I just did my job and died. Come on, men, I'm speaking to you. Take a risk. Take a risk. You'll fall back on your feet, and guess what? If you fall on your ass, you're going to have to learn how to survive. There's, there's something in your brain which will keep you alive, that will ensure that you survive. Because that's the most important thing in your life. That's your biological capability. That's your biological foundation. That's your biological be-all and end-all. You need to survive. You will survive. Don't you worry about it. Go take a risk. And the thing is, when you fall on your ass, it'll be of such pain that you think, I don't want to go there no more. Let's continue onwards. Let's learn how to not get there again. Let's continue working. Let's build something. I'll avoid that pitfall next time. I'm glad I've been there. I've experienced ground zero. The only way is up from here. Make something of yourself. Have a story to tell. Be excited about life. And guess what? In the meantime, you'll care less about women and they'll be more attracted to you. That's the be-all and end-all, right? You won't have all the time of the world to text boring texts 24/7 to women, chasing women around 24/7. They're going to be chasing you because you are someone of value, as opposed to you perceiving a woman as a necessity that's necessary in your life to fulfill and check a box and tick a box. Right, I've got my job. Right, I've got my house. Right, I need a woman. Right, I need to get married. Right, I need to get kids. How about you do that in the process of actually becoming someone and having a story to tell? I'm speaking to the men. I swear to you, I'm speaking to the men, because if I don't respect you in regards to the simplicity of your movements, how is the next woman going to do so? And how is the next woman going to perceive you in comparison to the man who is doing his best to do everything he can do to live a better life? Imagine the life he's going to give them children when she chooses him up. She might not want children, you might not want children, but that biological hardwiring within both of you is going to pull you together, because you're going to be perceived as a powerful man, as a man who will be a great father, as a man who can provide, look after to the very end. He's already been to rock bottom. He's already had a laugh about being at rock bottom. He is not worried about being at rock bottom. He can survive. He was not emotionally touched by rock bottom. He got back up on his feet and he started to climb that ladder once again. The next man is scared of doing that, but you have done that. You can withstand hard times, and hard times drive hard men to better positions. So on that note, I'm signing out. If that was some game, click like and subscribe. Peace.